Continuing from the life of Hazrat Jafar as-Saadiq rahmatullahi alayhi. A man said to Hazrat Jafar as-Saadiq rahmatullahi alayhi, "Show me Allah. I want to see him with my eyes." Hazrat Jafar rahmatullahi alayhi mentioned to him, "Have you not heard in the Quran it is said to Musa alayhi salam, Lan tarani, you can never see me?" The man said, "I have heard it, but this is the millat and the deen of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Someone calls out, my heart has seen Allah. Another says, I do not worship a being I cannot see." This man was referring to the statements of the pious people, the awliya kiram of this ummah. If they could make these claims, then there can be nothing wrong in the demand to see Allah. So thought this man. That every believer, when he makes the ibadat of Allah, when he worships Allah, when time passes in him being steadfast on deen, then he sees Allah from his heart. When a person dedicates his life to Allah, he does every action for Allah, then what promotes him? What motivates him to do the ibadat? What? The pleasure of Allah. So he feels that presence of Allah. He feels it. That even though in our masajid, you will not find that we are worshipping anything in the masjid. We don't worship the Kaaba. So why do we worship? Who are we worshipping? We are worshipping Allah. We feel Allah's presence. So this man was in a style trying to get a miracle, a karama from Hazrat Jafar as-Sadiq rahmatullahi alayhi. In a way, he wasn't asking directly, "Show me a karamat. I want to see Allah's qudrat." He was now demanding that when the pious people say they will not worship a being who they cannot see, in other words, they can see Allah from their hearts with their spiritual eyes. So why can't I do it? So he's pestering and demanding a karamat, and he wanted to see Allah's qudrat. So Imam Jafar as-Sadiq rahmatullahi alayhi ordered his murids, his disciples, to tie the man and toss him into the river Dajla. This was done. The water took him, swallowed him. As he bobbed up, he cried, "O son of Rasulullah, help, help." Who is talking? Who is asking for help? Hazrat Jafar as-Sadiq. Now, Hazrat Jafar's name was also as-Sadiq. He was known Jafar as-Sadiq. Which Sadiq means truthful. Sadiq means the one who is truthful. So he is turning to man, to creation for help. Hazrat Jafar rahmatullahi alayhi exclaimed, "O water, take him." The water submerged the man. This occurred several times. Each time when he surfaced, he cried out, "O son of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, help, help." So if we have to put it in brackets, this man is saying, "Ya Jafar al-Madad, Ya Jafar al-Madad." Understanding? He's asking help for Hazrat Jafar as-Sadiq, who was the ghaus and the kutub of his time. Finally, when he lost all hope, he called out, "O Allah, help me." Hazrat Jafar rahmatullahi alayhi ordered his disciples to bring him out of the river. After the man had rested and gained his composure, Hazrat Jafar rahmatullahi alayhi asked, "Did you see Allah?" And listen to the reply. The man said, "As long as I called to others, there remained a veil concealing Allah. I turned to the creation, I couldn't see Allah. When I turned my attention only to Him, seeking His aid, a window opened up in my heart from which I saw Him." So Hazrat Jafar rahmatullahi alayhi said, as long as you call Saadiq, Saadiq, you are a Kazib, a liar. You turn to makhluk, you are a liar. Now guard this window. This is your spirituality now. where the eyes of your heart has seen the qudrat of Allah. So guard this heart. So Saadiq means true. As long as the man was calling Saadiq, his belief in Allah was defective. He was a liar. Hence Jafar as-Sadiq described this as being Kazib, liar. When he abandoned calling creation to aid him and turned his gaze, attention and focus to Allah and Allah alone, he became a true believer. So, who is teaching this? Ahle Bayt is teaching us this. What they teaching us? That every saint, every pious person, every wali of Allah, every sahabi, every person from the Ahle Bayt, all ask their needs from who? From Allah. Who taught them this? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught them this. Now, out of love for the saints, if we ask of the saints, now we need to ask ourselves, did they teach us that or somebody else taught us that? Did they teach us that or somebody else taught us that? Without doubt, respected brothers, nobody in their sane mind, nobody in their right frame of mind can attribute things of this nature to the pious people. They always taught us to turn to Allah. Like in this incident that we have read. Hazrat Jafar as-Sadiq rahmatullahi alayhi said, a son proceeded by khawf, fear of Allah, and followed by tawbah. So a person, he was fearing, I'm going to do this, what can happen to me? I'm scared. And then he committed the sin. And then he felt bad about it. He made tawbah. Draws the servant close to Allah. It brings a person close to Allah. Ibadat preceded by and followed by ujb, vanity, takes the servant away from Allah. A person, he felt proud, no, I was there for namaz and I'm going for the next namaz. He feels high, he feels great of himself. This takes him away from Allah. Because are we making ibadat from our own greatness and our own goodness? Or is it Allah's goodness that He has allowed us to make His ibadat? It's Allah's favor upon us. We're not doing Allah any favor. So how deep is this? Basically, there's the explanation comes here. This statement should not be misunderstood. Sin never leads to the proximity of Allah. Sin leads to the wrath and punishment of Allah. The statement here means that the person understands the act to be sinful. He does not justify the sin. He has no intention of committing the sin. He is always fearful of Allah's punishment. However, in a moment of weakness and negligence, his nafs overwhelms him and casts him into sin. He then regrets and repents. And as far as ibadat is concerned, we should never feel proud of our ibadat because we do not know if any of our ibadat is accepted. Another statement of Hazrat Jafar as-Sadiq rahmatullahi, a man who is proud on account of his ibadat is a sinner. And a sinner who regrets and repents is an obedient servant. Does this mean that a person should make lot sins? No, this doesn't mean that. This means that a person who committed a sin, what quality does he have now? He's humble. He's what? He's humble. He's feeling bad. Is he proud? No, he's feeling bad. He committed sin. He made tawbah. So he's humble. So a humble person, man tawada'a lillah rafa'ahu Allah. A humble person is close to Allah. And a person who made ibadat and is feeling great about himself, is he humble? He's proud. So the true essence of tawbah is humility. Tawbah makes you humble. And ibadat is supposed to make you humble. Ibadat was supposed to make you humble. If sin made you proud, and if ibadat made you humble, then it's good. If ibadat made you humble, it's good. If sin made you proud, then obviously that's not good. It's double. One is you committed a sin and one is you're proud over the sin. It's double trouble. So we have to understand things in perspective. One last one for tonight. Hazrat Jafar as-Sadiq rahmatullahi was asked, who is superior? A patient durwesh, a poor person, who's got hardly anything in his possessions, or a wealthy man who is grateful, a poor man who is patient, or a wealthy man who is grateful? Listen to the reply. Hazrat Jafar rahmatullahi alayhi said, the patient man, the poor man who is patient, the durwesh, he is superior. Why? The heart of the wealthy man is attached to his wealth, while the heart of the durwesh is with Allah Ta'ala. His heart can it be attached to anything? He's got nothing. And inna Allah ma'as sabirin. Allah is with the patient ones. So it is as though his statement conforms with this ayat of Allah, inna Allah ma'as sabirin. A person who's got nothing, what else can he do but be patient? And if he's patient for the pleasure of Allah, then who's with him? Allah is with him. Inna Allah ma'as sabirin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all the tawfiq and the ability to bring these beautiful qualities in our life of tawheed and humility and patience and gratitude. These good qualities, Allah Ta'ala bring them into our life and help us to follow in the footsteps of the pious. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.